All right, let's talk about how to make your slides awesome. First off, did you know if you are on a new tab, instead of going to your Google Drive and going to new, you can just actually type in slides.new. If you just know, I just need some new slides really fast, you can go to slides.new and a brand new slide presentation is going to open up for you. Now, this is not going to be organized into a folder for you. So to organize it in your Google Drive, it is just somewhere in your drive, floating around in the My Drive section. Once this fully loads, there's going to be a star and then there's going to be a little folder. You can click on that folder later to organize it where you want these slides to go. So eventually that'll pop up when everything is happy and loaded. Another way to start new slides is to be in your drive, to navigate in My Drive to the folder you want to be in and then do new and choose slides, and that will be in that folder already. So 2 ways to start a new slides presentation. First off, I want to show you a super fun font trick that I get asked about all the time. Instead of just using a text box, which of course you still can, to have a really nice title, I like to insert word art. So you're going to go to insert and then word art. I'm going to have a great title of good morning. And then I'm going to change it from Arial, which is probably my least favorite, to a cute font like Laundrina Solid. If you don't have Laundrina Solid in your fonts when you're looking and you say, Meredith, I don't have that one, right here at the top, look, more fonts. So again, I'm going to click on this, go to the font section. I could go to more fonts and you could look up Laundrina Solid. And when you find it, you could type it right here and find it. You could also sort by popularity, find a cute font. So these are some popular fonts right now. I don't have Lobster, it's kind of cool. All you have to do is click on it, say okay. Now we've added a new cute font. Forever it will be in my list, but I do want to do Laundrina. So I'm gonna do Laundrina. I don't want it to be gray, so I'm gonna pick a super awesome cute color. Maybe this one. And I am going to hold the shift key while I go to the corner so that it proportionally drags out and it stays exactly height and width proportions. If I don't hold shift, it's going to let me like accidentally smush or squish and it'll look weird. So if you hold shift, it'll help you make it proportional. Right now here's the color, here's the border color. So I'm gonna make it black. You can actually make it really thick if you want to. You could make it a little thinner, you could play with that. So let's say I want it there. But what I'm gonna actually do is make it have a transparent border. So it's got no border. And then I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm clicked on it, I'm gonna click Control D to duplicate. Or another way to duplicate is to right click on it and choose copy and then paste. But I'm gonna do Control D because it's copy and paste all in one swift move. You might be thinking, that looks terrible. Why did you do that? Well, now I'm going to go back and add that line back in. And then I'm gonna take away and make the filling transparent. So now I have 2 separate ones. I have just an outline and just a filling. Here's why I did this. I noticed so many people that share things on TPT, on Twitter, teachers that are sharing things out, have a little title that looks like this. It has just like a little peep of white. And I thought, that's adorable. How do they do that? And I finally figured it out. I think that some people have a font that does this automatically, but we can't add it to our computers. They use it in, instead of Google, in Microsoft. And those fonts can't be added in Google. But this is kind of like a hack to do that same thing and have that little happy little bit of white. So the way I moved it over, just ever so slightly to get that, if you use your arrow keys, it moves over 5 pixels at a time. If you use the shift key, hold down the shift key while you do the arrow keys, it moves 1 pixel at a time. So I can do just that little bit, just a hair. Again, 5 pixels at a time, 1 pixel at a time. You can get just that little bit of white and it looks super cute. So I love the off-center font trick. Another way to get super awesome slides is to go to slidesmania.com. So I'm gonna go to a new tab. I'm gonna type in slidesmania.com. If you've never been to this website, it is tons of free slides templates that you can download for Google Slides. An awesome lady named Paula actually makes all of these and shares them for free. She is not a teacher, but she loves teachers and she collaborates with teachers. People on Twitter and Facebook will say, Paula, I really need a corkboard, for example. So she's made a whole presentation that is corkboards. Or Paula, I really want chalkboards. So then she makes a whole presentation that's just chalkboards. Look at this one. This is new. It looks like a newspaper. See all. You guys, there's tons of them. This is not everything. It goes on and on. There's so many that Paula has made, and a lot of them come with interactive activities, like the things within them, for lack of a better term, are clickable. Uh-oh, I got an ad happening. I'm gonna get out of that ad on Slidesmania and show you one that I've already downloaded. So when you find one you like, there's a download button. You can download it for Microsoft PowerPoint or for Google Slides. I've downloaded Google Slides. I thought this one was super cute. It says, be awesome. It's positive. It's yellow and happy. So you could change this to your content and just have this cutesy one however you want. Something else she has that's great in this one is a drag and drop activity. And she has already made it for you. And a lot of her slide templates have some cool activities. In this activity, she even shows you how to do it. She has a little video. I'm gonna demo for you here. I'm gonna scoot down. She has made, underneath here, there's some things we can't see if we scroll down. In order to make that available for your students, what you're gonna do is pull this down so it's out of the way. Then I'm going to go to View, Zoom, and Zoom Out. Again, that's View, Zoom, Zoom Out, so that the slide is smaller. And here's what your kids can do. She is using this for spelling. And so the kids are just copying the spelling. This must be like their first interaction with this word, right? So they're gonna pull the O and put it right here. And she already has all the letters duplicated a million times for you so your kids can just copy that. Now, I don't think any of our kids need to just be copying like that. She says here you could put a picture and then have them spell out B. But this one is my favorite. Why not record your voice? So that's her saying, water. Let me show you how you can record your voice for this template or a bunch of other different ways that you could use a voice recording. So I'm gonna hop over to a new tab and go to Vocaroo.com, Vocaroo.com, Vocaroo. And this is all Vocaroo is. It is a place to record your voice. So I am going to record my voice saying our next spelling word. Here we go. Plant. I'm gonna play it back and see if it sounds good. It's a little distorted, but I believe that is because I am recording my voice two ways at the same time. I'm recording for this video and this. So imagine it was perfect. Usually my Vocaroo recordings turn out great. I'm gonna save and share. It saves that for me. It is gonna give me some options once it loads. Those options are gonna be to have a QR code to that, to have an embed link, or to download it. In order to put it in Google Slides, I'm gonna download it. So it downloads, it flies to the bottom corner of my screen. I'm gonna go back to that Be Awesome, and I am going to go to Insert Audio. Insert Audio. Then it says, what audio do you want? Oh, I forgot a step. You know what? I can't just drag this in. Instead, I have to drag it into my Google Drive first. So maybe you've made a folder that you can drag it into. I'm just gonna drag it anywhere here into my drive. Now it's loading here. It lives in my drive now. All right, now back to Be Awesome. It lives there now and it's a Vocaroo recording. So I'm gonna search for Voc. There we go. Select, and it's going to put in a tiny little audio. I like to make it bigger so it's easier for the kids to see it and click on it and then play. Plant. So then your students have heard their spelling word. I imagine this being really cool right here for them to pull up. So your kids that are online, they could use this on their computer, and their computers are touchscreen if they have a school device, so they can actually use their finger on the board. You could also project this on your Promethean panel so that you could have kids a couple at a time on the Promethean panel in your classroom practicing their spelling words. What a fun station for their spelling words to practice. I can think of other great uses for having your voice. any assignment that you are assigning online, you can type those directions all you want, but you know as well as I do, they don't read them, do they? We try to get them to read them. We say, read the directions, but sometimes they don't. So you can still have those written directions. We want to reinforce, please read the directions, but you could also go to Vocaroo, and here I'm going to use the start over button, and I could record the directions to my activity, whether it's in slides or something else. I can record those instructions. Hey guys, these are, oh wait, did I not record? Let me try again. Hey students, the directions are this. This is what you need to do. You're gonna click here, you're gonna do this thing. When you're done, you don't just finish. Remember, you have to go back to Schoology and hit submit. Don't forget, boys and girls. Okay, then I can save and share, right? And I can put that over into my slides so that they can read the directions or listen to me read them and remind them as well. So I really, really like that idea. Remember, you download it, it flies over here to the bottom, and then you're gonna drag that into your Google Drive, and then it's going to be available for you to use in your Google Slides by going to Insert, Audio, and you'll search for the sound that you just dragged in. Okay, so if you have this and you've set it up and you want your kids to be able to play it on the Promethean panel, but look how tiny it is. I mean, it is tiny, and all this stuff, they don't need to touch any of this. We just need them to touch this. There is a Google Chrome extension that will let you get rid of all this other stuff, but not be in present mode. Because you guys, if you're in order for me to really play with this well, if I go into present mode, you guys know this one slide is gonna take up the whole screen and students won't have access to all of these to be able to drag them in. So there's a Chrome extension that is so good that I wanna tell you about. Watch what it does. I'm gonna click my little puzzle piece here. That's where a bunch more of my extensions hide. And this Chrome extension is called Full Screen Interactive Google Slides, because I want it to be full screen, but I also still want it to be interactive, right? So what it does is it takes away a bunch of the things. Here, I can also grab this part and pull it down out of the way, and also gives me the ability to then go to my view and zoom in a little more so that I see more. So this is so much bigger now. My students don't have the thumbnails to get in the way, and they can drag things in from the dead space so that my slide is still interactive. Isn't that cool? To get out of it, one thing that's neat is students can't if they're on the Promethean panel, but you can hit the escape key to get back out of that interactive format. And to download that, all you're gonna do, if you wanna add this Chrome extension, you're gonna go to a new tab and you're going to search for Full Screen Interactive Google Slide Extension. It is an extension. It is going to be the first thing that comes up, Full Screen Interactive Google Slides. And then when that loads for you on mine, it is going to say, do you want to remove? No, I don't want to remove it. On yours, it's going to say, do you want to add to Chrome? When you add it to Chrome, most of the time your extensions live right here, these little icons, but some live within your puzzle because they won't all fit. So anytime you want your slides to go full screen interactive, you'll click that puzzle piece and navigate over to that full screen button, Full Screen Interactive Google Slides. Now go make awesome slides.